Hello friends, welcome to our education channel. In this video we are going for the concept of centroid and center of gravity. So let us try to understand the concept of centroid and center of gravity. So here we have a wooden block and we want to stable it on my thumb or finger. Then how can I do this? For the stability I have to find out a point where the block whole weight is to be concentrated. If I lift this block at that point, the block will be stable. So let us try to find out the center of this block. Now it is I take approximately here its center. This body is symmetrical, so we can easily find out it. Now I lift this block and keep on my finger, so it will stable at that point. So you can see here I have balanced the block on my fingertip. So the point at which the whole weight of the body is concentrated, that point is known as the center of gravity, and this is the concept of center of gravity. This center of gravity is very important for the calculation of moment of inertia, then stability analysis of the structure, direct and bending stresses. It is also very essential in the material handling applications. Now let us discuss one by one. First topic is centroid. So let us talk about the centroid. The point at which the entire area of the plane lamina or plane is supposed to be acting irrespective of the position of lamina is known as the centroid. It is also known as center of area of the body. So for centroid, we consider the area of the plane lamina or plane. The centroid is denoted by capital G. The term centroid is only applied for the plane or laminas having the area. For example, center of area for plane like squares, rectangles, circle, triangles, semicircle, quarter, and composite planes, means the combination of two regular shapes. Now next is center of gravity. So the point at which the whole weight of the body is supposed to act irrespective of the position of the body, and that is called as a center of gravity, and it is denoted by CG. Now this CG is only applicable for the solid body having a volume. For example, center of volume of the solid body like cone, cylinder, sphere, hemisphere, and the composite body of the solid bodies. So here meaning of the both term center of gravity and centroid is the same, but only difference between them is that the CG is called only for the solid body having volume, and the centroid is only for the laminar plane having the areas. This is the main difference between centroid and the center of gravity. So let us talk about the other difference between centroid and CG. So you can write first difference is about the definition. The centroid is the point at which the entire area of the plane lamina or plane figure is supposed to be act, and the CG the point at which the whole weight of the body is supposed to act. So this is the first difference. Now second, applicable for. So centroid is only applicable for plane lamina or plane figure. The center of gravity applicable only for solid bodies. For finding the centroid, area of laminas are considered. For finding the CG, volume of the solid bodies are considered. For example, center of area of triangle, rectangle, circle, etc. In CG, for example, center of volume of cone, cube, cylinder, etc. For fifth point, you can write the formulas for X bar and Y bar. Now let us turn axis of symmetry and reference axis. Axis of symmetry. So the axis at which the body can be divided into two equal parts, that axis is known as the axis of symmetry. Now here we have taken a rectangular body or rectangular figure. Now this figure is symmetrical to the y-axis, also symmetrical to the x-axis. That means by x-axis this body can be divided into two equal parts, and by y-axis also it divided into two equal parts. So these two are the axis of symmetry. Next is reference axis. The centroid and CG is always calculated an assumed axis which is parallel to the centroid axis. That axis is known as the reference axis. Let us try to understand this reference axis through the diagram. Consider any irregular body. Assume any axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis, which is parallel to the centroidal axis of this irregular body. Now take any three areas A1, A2, A3 and its distances from x-axis and y-axis. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. So the centroid and CG will be calculated at the assumed axis. So this x and y are the references or reference axis. Now let us calculate the centroid for some regular plane geometrical figures. So let us take one by one geometrical figures and we will find its area, x bar and y bar. So first figure is rectangle. So rectangle with dimension B and D. Now this rectangle is symmetrical to y-axis also and x-axis also. That means this y-axis will cut this body into two equal parts and the x-axis also cut this rectangle into two equal parts. So Now here we have taken reference axis, that is x and y, and we have to measure distance in a horizontal and vertical of the centroid from the references. So the centroid is from y-axis at b by 2. So this distance is b by 2, and from x-axis it is at d by 2. So its x bar is b by 2 and y bar is d by 2. The area of rectangle is b into d. Now second figure is square. Mark it CG. Reference axis x, y. Now area of square is a into a, so side square, so a square. Now it is also symmetrical to x and y axis, so its x bar is a by 2 and y bar also a by 2. So x bar is also a by 2, y bar a by 2. Now next is triangle. Triangle with base length is b and height is h. So area of this triangle is 1/2 base into height. Now for the triangle, the G from x-axis, it is y bar is, so y bar is 1/3 h, y bar is 1/3 h, and x bar from y-axis it is 1/3 b. This 1/3 b and 1/3 h from this corner, 90-degree corner. Now let us try to understand the different position of triangles. Now in the first case we have kept this triangle like this. Now we change the position. Now this right angle, 90-degree, is at opposite side. So now x bar and y bar will be changed. So we know that this x bar is 1/3 h from 90-degree corner and y bar also from 90-degree corner. So we require this x bar and y bar. So here area will be same. So A equal to 1/2 b into h, but x bar is the remaining distance. So 1 minus 1/3 h will be x bar and y bar will be 1/3 h. That is the same. If we change the position like this, now this triangle is symmetrical to the y-axis. So x bar will be half of this base. So the x bar will be b by 2, but height is 1/3 h. Y bar is 1/3 h from the base. Now next geometrical figure is circle. Now this circle is symmetrical to x and y axis. Now this circle is of diameter d, so its area A equal to pi r square or pi by 4 d square. Now let us find x bar and y bar. Now it is symmetrical to x and y, so exactly half of the diameter will be x bar and y bar. So x bar will be d by 2 and y bar also d by 2. Now next figure is semicircle. Now here this semicircle is symmetrical to y-axis. That means this x bar will be r. So we can directly write here x bar equal to r. Now area of semicircle is pi r square by 2. That means 1/2 pi r square. Now y bar is 4r upon 3 pi. So y bar is 4r upon 3 pi. You have to remember this position and x bar and y bar. So we can calculate x bar and y bar for the different position of the semicircle. So let us understand the different position of the semicircle and its x bar and y bar. Now here I have changed the position of the semicircle. Now this semicircle is symmetrical to the x-axis. That means y bar will be half of the diameter. So y bar is r. Now from the base, this CG at 4r upon 3 pi. So this will be the x bar. So x bar will be 4r upon 3 pi and y bar is r. So area will be remain same, 1/2 pi r square. Now x bar will be 4r upon 3 pi and y bar equal to r. That means these are the interchange. Now here I have inverted this semicircle. So here in the first figure the y bar is 4r upon 3 pi. Now y bar is in this figure y bar is remaining distance. So r minus 4r upon 3 pi will be r bar. But x bar will be the same. So x bar is r and y bar is r minus 4r upon 3 pi. If I change for the second figure opposite, that is like this, then the y bar will be the same r, but this x bar will be changed. So x bar is r minus 4r upon 3 pi. So this is the calculation for x bar and y bar for the different position of the different figures. You just one figure keep in mind, and according to way x bar and y bar calculate for the different position. Now next figure is quadrant or quarter circle, in which the area is 1/4 of pi r square and x bar and y bar both are the same, and that is 4r upon 3 pi. So here we have learned the centroid formulas for the some geometrical figures which are standard, and we can easily calculate the composite figure centroid by using the Varignon's theorem, or directly we can use the formula x bar and y bar for the composite figure. I hope that you understood all the topics covered in this video. In the next video, we will discuss the procedure of finding the centroid and the center of gravity, and try to solve a problem of the T section. Be with us, keep watching our channel videos. Learn from home, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe our channel, like and share this video. Thank you very much.